Hi everybody, there are a couple of great events coming up this week. Amanda Richter and Tara Cox will have all the details, plus 5th graders are trying to steal my job. Let's go inside Vancouver Public Schools.
Live it up, live it up, live it up, live it up.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Nick Voll. We have some serious stuff to talk about today and some less serious stuff. It is a big show. Well, let's start, as we always do, with our top 3. These are our 3 favorite social media posts, and number 3 is from King Elementary, which hosted an Avid showcase this week. Visitors from all over came to King to see how these kids are benefiting from the program. Avid is a college prep program that teaches kids study habits they'll need to get to the next level. It also makes getting to college a priority, letting kids know that no matter what their background, they can get a good education if they work hard. Our number 2 is too good for me not to include. This photo comes from Houck Elementary's reading night. The book, obviously, was Captain Underpants, a very popular book with kids. School administrators weren't ashamed to embrace the theme, and I am sure the kids there loved it. Our number 1 is a huge honor for Eddie Sawyer. Eddie is one of a handful of educators from around the country to be named as a Next Generation Leader by the National Consortium for School Networking. As a result, Eddie earned a trip to our nation's capital to meet with other tech leaders from around the country. He found some time to absorb some of our nation's history while he was at it. Congrats to Eddie, and thank you for all of the work you do to help kids. As you have undoubtedly heard, today is National Walkout Day. Students across the country left class for 17 minutes of silence in honor of the 17 students who lost their lives in a school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Students in Vancouver participated as well in peaceful events this morning. At Fort Vancouver High School, dozens of students left class to remember the shooting victims and share their opinions on school safety. Other students remained in the building, some writing letters to politicians, others doing schoolwork. It's important to note the events across the school district were student-led and organized. Student leaders worked with staff members to ensure that the events were safe and on campus, and all of the events were voluntary. VPS School Superintendent Dr. Steve Webb issued this statement today. It reads, "Dear parents and guardians, as many of you know, VPS students today joined other young people across the country in conducting student-led supervised walkouts to protest school violence. Others participated in student-led activities that included honoring the victims of the Parkland shooting and writing letters to legislators." He goes on to say, "We want to thank our students, their families, and our staff members for their safe, respectful participation in this learning experience. Today, our students made us very proud for expressing themselves in positive and constructive ways consistent with district policy and procedures. We will continue to be committed to ensuring that all students feel safe and respected at their schools. If you have any questions or concerns about today's activities, please contact your child's school." All right, let's move on with a Re-Schools update, the latest on construction paid for with your bond dollars. District high schools are about to get a major upgrade for athletics. Starting next month, installation of new turf fields begins at several schools. Columbia River, Fort Vancouver, Hudson's Bay, and Skyview will get a multi-purpose artificial turf field. Those fields will be used for soccer, football, lacrosse, and PE classes. Also, Fort softball field and the infield of Bay's baseball field will get turf. The surfaces will have crumb rubber infill, which studies have shown to be durable and safe. To get more information on the turf being installed, head to the district's website, vansd.org/new turf fields. The work begins in April and should be done by the start of the fall sports season. The turf joins recently installed bleachers at school sites, a much-needed refresh of school facilities, and a lot of the work being done is done in-house by the district's maintenance team. We spent an afternoon with a crew and their leader to see how their work is helping kids.
Every day is an adventure because it's not the same every day.
That's life for Bart Corcoran, a carpenter with Vancouver Public Schools' maintenance team. He works on long-term jobs with frequent diversions to emergency items that pop up suddenly. Not that Bart minds.
I kind of enjoy it.
It's all about attitude.
I mean, then you're always ready for any adjustment, anything that changes or comes up that's not working right. You're kind of already mentally ready.
These days, Bart and his team are putting together new bleachers at schools across the district. The bleachers are paid for by the bond Vancouver voters passed in February of 2017, and they replace older wooden seating. It's a little like putting together IKEA furniture, a lot of parts and an instruction sheet, but the maintenance crew is making it happen.
Without teamwork, you don't get a lot done. With teamwork, you have a little fun, but you get a lot done.
Bart isn't working with his usual crew today, but like him, the guys are staying flexible and ready to pitch in. They're glad to be on his team.
Well, because he's working alongside you, you know, showing us how and taking suggestions. He leaves everything open for us. You know, if we've got a suggestion, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, we throw it out, try something else.
They're nearing the end of the bleacher installation project, which includes sports fields at the high school and middle school levels. While we were there, the baseball team began practice, a reminder of why these guys do what they do, to help kids. And they're getting thanks from the students.
We work swing most of the time, and so you don't hear the attaboy or anything like that very often. So when the kids are saying it, it makes you feel like, hey, that's cool, because they're actually noticing, and they're the ones you think might not notice as much.
After this, Bart and the guys are on to their next jobs, whatever they might be, and they'll be ready.
Stay flexible, always smile. Everything's good then.
Thanks to Bart and his crew and all of the district's maintenance staff who work hard every day without a lot of credit. If you want to see the latest bond-related construction projects, head to vansd.org/reschools. You'll see information on past projects and plans for the future. A pair of Vancouver elementary school teachers have earned accolades for their hard work. Let's start with Zachary Griffith, a third grade teacher at Sarah J. Anderson. Zachary is the winner of the K103 FM Educator of the Week. The radio station, along with Concordia University, honored Zachary for his hard work in the classroom. Zachary is in his first year as a full-time teacher and was nominated by a parent for his patience and approachability. For winning, he gets $103 for classroom supplies and other prizes. And our second big winner is KENDRA YAMAMOTO, a kindergarten teacher based at King Elementary. She's one of just 3 Washington educators to earn a Golden Apple Moments Award given out by public TV station KCTS9 and PEMCO Insurance. KENDRA not only runs her kindergarten classroom, she also teaches pre-K for incoming students. KENDRA started an innovative evening pre-K program, which is invaluable for families who are unable to bring their little ones in during the school day. Congrats to both of these outstanding teachers. The district's seniors are just a few months from graduation, so what's next? To help answer that question, Vancouver Public Schools is holding a special event tomorrow. And joining us now with more is Amanda Richter. Amanda?
Thanks, Nick. I'm at Roosevelt Elementary, where high school students can attend a college and career fair. Joining me is Tracy Sharman from the district's Career and Technical Education Department. So, Tracy, what will be on hand here for students?
We're going to have over 50 post-secondary options here. So there's going to be universities, community colleges, apprenticeships, and more than 30 professionals from the local community here to talk about career opportunities right here in Vancouver.
So tell me about some of those universities and professionals. How excited are they to be here and to be connecting with their future students and employees?
Yeah, they're very excited to have direct access to our students, and we're very excited because Washington State is predicted to have 740,000 jobs created over the next 5 years. So we want to help fill those employment gaps in Vancouver, and we want to know what employers are looking for, and they're excited to come here and share that with our students.
That's great. Why do you think it's important for kids to have access to resources like this fair?
Oh, it's so important for students to get to explore different career options before they make that jump into the college pool and declare their major. So Career and Tech Ed, the CTE department and CTE courses are a great way for students to get that career exploration.
And then lastly, what do you hope that students take away from this event?
We want students to be able to understand the pathway that's going to get them to the career of their dreams. So we're hoping that they make some contacts, they talk to people that are doing what they want to do, and they find out how to do that. And we're also hoping that maybe they network and have a good connection for post-graduation.
Well, it sounds like a great event. Thanks, Tracy. Nick, back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. Again, the College and Career Fair is tomorrow, March 15th. It's at the Bates Center, which is adjacent to Roosevelt Elementary School on Falk Road. It runs from 4:30 to 7. Of course, it's free, so if you or a family member is nearing graduation, come on down. Before students head off to college, they have to get accepted, and they can't do that without taking the SAT. Across the district, students were able to do it for free. About 75% of the district's juniors, plus a number of seniors, took the test last week. You can see in this photo students from Hudson's Bay High School testing at Pearson Air Museum. The district picked up the cost and held it during the school day instead of the weekend.
We have a values-based investment in making sure all of our kids are future ready for whatever that means when they graduate. And taking the SAT allows them to be prepared for getting into college. And when you think about kids from low incomes, they might not have the money to pay for the test. That's one thing. And another additional item might be that they work. So getting away on a Saturday is not easy. So if we make the testing much easier for them to access, we've done a lot to make sure that our students are ready and prepared.
The district has offered free SAT testing in the spring for the past 3 years. Time now for our We Learn story, where we examine how technology is helping kids in the classroom. One of the great things about tablet devices are the apps. There are millions of them out there, and at Philida Elementary, students are using apps to create their own newscast. Getting called down to the principal's office at Philida Elementary isn't always a bad thing. You see, it's also the school's makeshift TV studio. Every day, a group of 5th graders records the next day's morning announcements.
Good morning, this is Daisy and Emerson with Falcon Morning News.
Principal Chris Gennady and instructional technology facilitator Wayne Johnston set up the green screen and prepare the content. And then the students put together the show using apps on their district-issued iPads.
We use iMovie, the green screen app, and the Google Drive, and Safari for finding the backgrounds.
The result is a file that teachers play out for their students with all of the day's important Philida news items, like the lunch menu.
Cheese pizza, spinach salad, pineapple tidbits, and chocolate mousse pie.
5th grade classes take turns each month to put on the show, which gives lots of kids the chance to learn.
One of the things I learned is when you have like a big group of people, it's a lot harder to do it than when you just have a couple people to do it. But if everyone knows what their job is and how to do it, then it'll all be okay.
Yeah, it takes teamwork to make a good show, but it also takes technology, and the kids have made major leaps from the beginning of the year.
I think of myself back then not as a technology person. I had to ask my brother and stuff for a lot of things. Now I can basically do everything on myself.
Another area of growth is building public speaking skills.
I practice over the words if I'm not getting a word, and even if I still mess up in the show, I just keep on going.
You want to just look natural like anybody on TV would.
There have also been some unexpected benefits.
Somebody at the park once came up to me, "Hey, I saw you on Philida Morning News." Made me feel good and kind of oh yeah.
The excitement the kids show to build their skills is obvious.
Kids are going to have a lot more ownership of their learning when what they're producing actually is going to be displayed and have value in the community.
Over the school year, students have added elements to the show and continue to push what's possible.
Originally our model was this would be a great experience for kids to build leadership skills, but I had no idea that we would get to the point where we had an introduction to the news and we would be adding in videos from other classrooms. And it does make us think about, okay, well, what next?
Have a great day learning, Falcons.
We were down there yesterday shooting that story and the kids were so impressive. The Philida News team also produced a video recently for a patron tour visit from community members, which highlighted all of the great things happening at their school. And if you are interested in more We Learn stories about technology, check out the district's YouTube channel, youtube.com/VanSDTV. Just look for the We Learn playlist. One of the best events of the year is coming up on Friday, the annual Patty Houck Parade. Joining us now with more on the parade is Tara Cox. Tara, your son will be marching in the parade this year?
That's right, Nick. He's pretty excited. It is his first Patty Houck Parade, and he'll be joining a tradition that's now in its 27th year. And even if you're not walking in it, you can join in the fun too. The Patty Houck Parade rolls down Main Street this Friday, starting at 12:30. You can watch it between 24th Street and McLaughlin, although the parade actually begins back at Houck Elementary School. The whole thing is in honor of the school's namesake, Patrick Patty Houck, who is an Irish immigrant actually born on St. Patrick's Day and was hugely influential educator in the early days of the school district. Every class at Houck has a theme, and they'll present their theme to a panel of judges along the parade route. The parade also includes classic cars, firefighters, police officers, community groups, and more. This year there are 2 grand marshals, 1 human and 1 canine. Learning support specialist Melissa Cantwell and Luna, the school's therapy dog. Barbara Hammond, who is no longer with us, organized the parade for years, and her favorite saying about the parade is still true: it never rains on the Patty Hawk Parade. Nick, back to you.
Thank you, Tara. It's now time for The Big Picture, our favorite image from social media. This time it's a great action shot from the Columbians' Amanda Cowan. She captured this image of Hudson's Bay first baseman Regan Kelly stretching to get an out during the season opener against Washougal. This is just painful for me to look at, but a great shot and a great stretch, Regan. Let's take a look at what's happening across Vancouver Public Schools. After some weather-related school closures and delays, we now know the last day of school. It's Monday, June 18th. If you are a high school senior, it's June 8th. Spring break and graduation dates are not affected by this change. And that's it for us. For Amanda Richter, Tara Cox, our director Ian Southworth, and myself, thank you for watching. I'm Nick Voll, and we'll see you next time.